Mondo Travel, taking Kiwi music to the world. Proud sponsors of Making Tracks. Cheers, bro. My name is Nick T, and all my life I've been obsessed with music. By the time I was a teenager, I realised New Zealand has some of the greatest musicians right here in our own backyard. But sadly, the rest of the world doesn't get a chance to hear them. So I'm heading on the road, armed with some of New Zealand's greatest songs, on a mission to get them reworked and covered by artists from every culture and country. This show takes New Zealand music to the world, and it brings the world's music back to New Zealand. This time on Making Tracks, I'm heading to the Caribbean, to Trinidad and Tobago, and its capital, Port of Spain. Trinidad creates music that is heard all around the world, being the host of the biggest annual carnival in the Caribbean to the birthplace of the steel pan. This nation takes its music culture pretty seriously, and I'm pretty serious about taking it all in. I'll be meeting Trinidad's biggest music star, Machel Montano, getting a Kiwi-Trinidad collaboration out on the biggest radio station, and I'll even try my hand at writing my own local hits. I'll also be checking out the livelier side of Trinidadian life and soaking up the beauty of this amazing island. But the main reason I'm here in Trinidad is to get this week's New Zealand song reworked in lively Trinidad fashion. The Kiwi track I've chosen is Supergroove's Can't Get Enough. Supergroove burst onto the scene in the early 90s. The band's unique blend of rock, funk and rap made them New Zealand party favourites. And in 1994, Can't Get Enough went to number one. But what was the inspiration behind the track?
I remember we were pretty damn keen to get a number one with a bullet, you know, and I think the vibe was we wanted to pack as many hooks as possible into the track. And if there wasn't a hook every 10 seconds, it was like, we need another hook there. I think we were quite cold-blooded for that track in that way.
Because we'd gotten to number 2 before, and we'd gotten painfully close to number 1 a whole bunch of times, and because of the kind of band we were, I think we thought, this time, we're just gonna make this song that's impossible to hate.
It's one of New Zealand's greatest party tunes, and here in Trinidad, nothing says party more than a steel pan orchestra. This is Phase 2 Pan Groove, one of the world's most successful pan groups. In their 30-year career, Phase 2 have won the most top placings at Panorama, Trinidad's national steel pan championship. With their infectious party vibe, I know Phase 2 will be able to give Supergroove's Can't Get Enough a pretty wild Caribbean twist. I'm heading to the Phase 2 pan yard to meet with manager Errol Skerritt, who's going to introduce me to the band.
How you doing,
man? Came a long way.
Yeah, welcome to Phase 2.
Wow, this is the legendary Phase 2 pan yard.
Yes, it is.
All right, let's go check it out.
Yes.
The steel pan is Trinidad's national instrument. During World War II, the United States used Trinidad as an army base. What they left behind was an abundance of 55-gallon oil drums. Locals started making indents in them, and in doing so, it gave birth to Trinidad's greatest pride. I've been in love with steel pan all my life, but this is probably the first time I've really been up close with it. Errol, is this instrument through and through Trinidad?
It is. Because it was invented here, we're very proud about it. We take pride in telling the world that the instrument is a bona fide instrument.
Yes.
And therefore it could stand alongside any instrument that has been invented.
Errol, I'll tell you what I love the most about pan. Say, for example, you own a supermarket and your intercom is broken. Paging Mr. Dwyer. Mr. Dwyer, check out 13, please. Mr. Dwyer, can you use a steel pan? Hey, you didn't know that, did you? Pan yards in every neighbourhood here in Trinidad unite the community, and Phase 2's is no exception.
It have people of different ages. People have been playing for pan for probably over 50 years. People in school, university, people retired, people who just do it for fun, people who love it because it's a passion. And when it's time for us to perform, we all put our differences aside and we come together to have that great blend of music.
Well, I've been a part of Phase 2 for 24 years. It's about love, it's about happiness, it's a joy, It's hard to explain the feeling. You have to be in it to really experience that kind of feeling.
For me, being part of Phase 2 is one of the best feelings in the world. You get to dance, you feel the vibes, you boogie down, everything.
You've been so kind. You're going to give me a lesson?
Sure, why not? Okay, this is C.
Okay.
You can start rolling notes. C, E, F, G, A, B, get under there, right? And C. So that's the C major scale.
Did that sound like heaven to you?
Yeah, it is.
Yes, all right.
That was great, actually, for a first timer.
I can tell Phase 2 are the perfect choice for taking on this cover. And it seems that the party spirit of Supergroove is something that Phase 2 have immediately identified with.
It was so energetic, it was so lively, something that we Trinidadians, we love to play.
We were surprised because we didn't know that the people of New Zealand appreciated that type of music. So we're really, really excited.
It's a great song.
So I'll leave Phase 2 to start work on the cover. While they do, I'm going to spend a week getting as much of a taste of this nation's vibrant music and culture as possible. Rich in oil and gas, Trinidad and Tobago is one of the wealthiest nations in the Caribbean. With nearly all of its 1.2 million people in some way involved with music, it's one of the most musically vibrant nations in the world. All of this is on display at the yearly carnival, by far the most important date on the Trinbagonian calendar. Trinidad is the birthplace of the Caribbean carnival tradition, which is now celebrated all over the world. For 2 days, the entire nation goes wild with an incredible display of masquerade, dance, and some of the most joyous music you're ever likely to hear. But you can find the carnival spirit alive here all year round. To help me get a taste of it all, I'm gonna need a guide. Meet Chris Leacock, aka Jillionaire, a DJ who's taken the sound of this island, given it a little twist, and taken it all over the world. Chris is the perfect intro to this nation, and I'm meeting him in downtown Port of Spain. All right, so this is where the action happens, man. This is downtown Port of Spain?
Yeah, we're on the Brian Lara Promenade. Everybody's just going about their business, having a last line before it's time to go home and get ready for the workday tomorrow.
It's the one word I keep hearing, man, and it's cracking me up. Lyman. What's Lyman all about?
That's what we do, is hanging out, whether you're having a chat with your friend, meeting up with some co-workers to have a drink. It's Lyman. What are we doing right here is Lyman.
We're Lyman right now?
Yeah.
I like it. I'm liking this Lyman thing.
Yeah.
Just how important is music to the people of this island, man?
It plays a big part in most people's life, whether you're in the choir church or you're playing a neighborhood steel band or you support, some jazz artists that's in your family, everybody has some kind of relationship to music. We're very proud of it and we want to, share it with others.
And I wanted to share some of my own music with the good people of Trinidad. I'm heading to Maracas Beach, where locals come to eat, drink, lime, and of course get down. And I've got a couple of brand new Kiwi dancehall jams that I know will get the party started.
Pull up, them boy wanna stop before the show shot. Knock off your head top non-stop. Gonna run things proper until I got things locked on the top shot spot. Say pull up, them boy wanna stop before the show shot. Knock off your head top non-stop. Gonna run things proper until I got things locked, till I got things locked.
My first day here in Trinidad, and I feel there are plenty more quality limes to come. After the break, I meet with the biggest star of Trinidad music, get a Kiwi collaboration out on the radio, and of course we'll get closer to hearing one of Trinidad's biggest steel pan groups reworking of supergroup classic Can't Get Enough. I've been in Trinidad a few days now on my mission to get one of the nation's most famous steel pan orchestras, Phase 2 Pan Groove, to rework and cover Supergroove's classic Can't Get Enough. At night, night, Trinidad really comes alive. And I've pretty fast been getting a lesson in the Trini way of doing things. Trinidadians love to party. And when they do, their music of choice is the energetic, homegrown style of Soca. You'll hear its frantic rhythms pumping out during Carnival and in clubs and bars across the Caribbean all year round. And its biggest star is this guy here, Machel Montano.
You give me a reason to jump for joy. You give me a reason to live.
I've come to meet the man himself at a rehearsal for his dancers. And even though it's midnight, being the hardest working man in show business, he's only just getting started.
Man, Machel.
Hey, what's up? Break, guys, break.
Well, what's happening? It sounds like something really big's happening tonight.
We're in the middle of it right now. This is a big rehearsal for us, you know, a lot of energy.
Machel's high-energy live shows have brought him international fame, even selling out New York's legendary Madison Square Garden. Machel's no stranger to the limelight, though, getting his first big break at the tender age of 9 with Too Young to Soca.
They say I'm too young to soca. They say I play in fire.
25 years, 35 albums later, and Machel is a global ambassador for Soca.
Stop till the sun comes up, 'cause we whine it.
Soca is a sound like nothing else in the world, thanks in part to Trinidad's unique cultural history.
What is unique about Trinidad and Tobago is the culture that came here. You know, we had a lot of these slaves coming from places like India, Africa, China, Syria, and we really come together and live side by side. I think we have a unique model of unity, and something like soca music had to evolve, had to manifest in order to keep these people glued together. Happiness. Our music is basically always happy. You know, you don't hear sad soca songs. We are almost like a rock nation. You know, rock music is really seen to be something that comes from America and will be head bashers. But when you see Carnival and you see a fete and you see Machel rocking people, it looks just like rock music. It's that mosh pit, that energy, getting on bad.
Most of the biggest soca tunes here in Trinidad come with their own dance. And my favorite dance has got to be Machel's hit about the spirits of the night, the Jumbe.
In the center, to the Jumbe, lean back and reverse, to the Jumbe, lean.
So how does it go? How does the Jumbe dance go?
Right, ready? Y'all wanna see it? Let's do it. 2, 3, 4. Come in, say dip in the center. Do the Jumbe dance, lean back and reverse. Do the Jumbe dance, lean back and reverse. And out somebody. Nobody's
gonna catch me.
Make sure you have friends who got your back.
Okay.
Thanks to artists like Machel, the rest of the world is really starting to take notice of this incredible music.
I'm really happy about the vibe of music in the world right now. You know, I think it's soca ready. Hip-hop artists feel much more comfortable now to experiment with 4 on the floor. Things like, you know, Black Eyed Peas. You know, it's the basic soca beat. And I think this is a monumentous time for soca music to creep in, because if we could get the right sound and we add our energy on there, our get mad, our jumpy energy, you know, our jump and wave, our always happy energy, I think we could bring it to the clubs and then take it to the corners of the globe.
With soca being so popular on this island, I figure it's a great way to introduce Kiwi music to Trinidad.
They roll up and say we love your group. They can't believe I'm just one dude.
PNC is one of New Zealand's most versatile rappers. So, before I left New Zealand, I got him to rap over the biggest soca track in recent years. And my plan is to get it broadcast across Trinidad. The amazing soca track, JW and Blazer's Palans.
1, 2, 3, 4.
JW and Blaze not only spawned a carnival hit with the song, but added a new word to the Trinidadian vernacular.
This is the new way to say party. Hey, later tonight, let's go out and palance, you know? Party, rhyming, dancing, palance.
That's what about?
Straight.
It's accompanied by a happy movement. So you go balance.
Simple. Watch when you're moving from left to right, you could hurt your ankle, you know? Some people mash up themselves.
Yeah, uncle could get shanker.
Not only stars of the stage, these multi-talented guys also host the most popular breakfast radio show on the island.
Before we head into this, we appeal to say must big up our new friends from New Zealand.
Yeah, they're actually here.
JW and Blaze were more than happy to give my Kiwi Trinidadian collaboration its world premiere.
Listen, this is PNC out of New Zealand.
This guy is like the #1 hip-hop star in New Zealand.
Hey man, touch the balance and listen to it. You know, rip it up, you know.
You tell us what you think.
Balance to the world, let's go!
Like a water fight at the barn, then we order right. Order all we can afford tonight. On and on until we borderline. Passed up and passed out, but never that we lost out. Party our hearts out. After that we go to our house and lyman. Look at the way the girls grinding, rising hands to the ceiling. Trinidad to New Zealand. Trinidad to New Zealand. Trinidad to New Zealand. I like this Trinidad to New Zealand. Trinidad to New Zealand. Trinidad to New Zealand. Trinidad to New Zealand.
Demand the justice to balance. I mean, soca is very fast. It's like 150 BPMs. It's a fast rhythm. And he was able to ride the rhythm like a jockey on a horse. Ride it like tire on a rim. Just ride the rhythm. Just ride it.
Master this, yeah, I passed it with honors. I'm bonkers. I stayed conquering chumps. Been trumping them like a bonker since I played with the Tonka trucks. Yeah.
And the catch in Trinidad to New Zealand, it just, wow.
PNC. Wicked.
Trinidad to New Zealand, we going up in New Zealand.
We need to find our man, shake his hand.
Coming up, I try my hand at writing my own soca anthem. And of course, we'll see one of the biggest steel pan groups in Trinidad giving a crazy carnival twist to Supergroove's classic party hit, Can't Get Enough. We'll also see what the original artists think of this new version. For the last week, I've been in Trinidad and Tobago, meeting some of the most charismatic characters, uncovering the liveliest music, and generally having a lovely old life. This week, Supergroove's Can't Get Enough has been in the hands of legendary steel pan group Phase 2 Pan Groove. They've been busy transforming this hectic Kiwi classic into a steel pan sensation, and I can't wait to hear the results. Meanwhile, being here has fueled my passion for the local style of soca. So I'm off to meet Kernal, one of the most successful songwriters of the genre. He's penned hits for Machel, Montano, JW and Blaze, and countless other soca stars. And I've come to see him to find out the secret of soca writing, and hopefully collaborate on a hit song of my own.
I have a gift. I could hear songs produced, even if I don't have the lyrics. I could like hear it playing in my head. I'm like, it sounds so real. Like, if I could burn the CD out my brain, just plug it in and play.
If songwriting comes easily to Kernal, that's because it runs in the family. Kernal's father was the late, great Lord Kitchener, the king of the calypso. Kitchener sold more albums than any other Trinidadian artist, and that knack for penning a hit has definitely been passed on to his son.
As I say, I tell everybody every day, I'm carrying on his legacy and at the same time forming mine. I'm sure he's looking down and really proud of, the work that I've accomplished since he has passed,
Clearly, Kernal is the right man to show me how a soca hit comes together. So where will we start?
Where we start at the beat. You got the feel of rhythm?
Yeah.
You got any lyrics yet?
Basically, it's about me and New Zealand celebrating. We love to party, we love to have a good time. Tonight we're gonna do dance. Tonight we're gonna dance
in New Zealand now.
Tonight we're gonna
dance in New Zealand somehow.
New Zealand's gonna
we
dance.
gonna get it poppin'. Everybody thinking when we start a party, nobody's gonna be stopping. I say, hey, when you see we in the dance, New Zealand start to prance. Nobody in here, you cannot get a chance. We coming in your face, no time to waste. New Zealand start to shake up your waist and jump up New Zealand.
Jump up New Zealand dance!
Now you got it, man.
Jump up New Zealand dance!
What an awesome guy. We've definitely got a hit on our hands. Now, though, it's finally time for me to return to the Phase 2 pan yard to hear this steel pan version of Supergroove's anthem, Can't Get Enough.
Can't get enough, can't get enough, no. Can't get enough, can't get enough.
An instrumental version of this vocal-heavy track wasn't gonna be easy.
I wonder what they will do with the rapping. I'm intrigued to see how they cope with the rapping.
Can't get enough. It's all rhythms, eh?
It is all rhythms. It's tricky.
But luckily for Phase 2, their arranger is Len Bugsy Sharp, the best in the business. Bugsy's idea for the cover has really resonated with the band.
A high percentage of the melody was rap. And basically that was the biggest challenge Bugsy had in doing his arrangement. But we kept the funky beat underneath and we tried to maintain the fundamental melody.
His arrangement was beautiful. He got everything to a T, put in his own little flavors and stuff, and we all enjoyed it.
It was real nice. You know, the bass line again, pumping, carrying the band, carrying the songs. You know, it's full of vibes, dance.
Super Groove, great track, man. We're coming at you.
And now, Phase 2, Pan Groove, with their rendition of Super Groove's Can't Get Enough.
They just create such a fabulous atmosphere, you know? It's so happy. All those people just look so joyous.
It's, it's mind-blowing.
Phase 2, you are so awesome. Can we come and visit you guys in Trinidad?
Thank you so much. You guys are awesome.
Hey, that's awesome.
Super Groove. This is the baddest pop song I ever heard in the world.
Getting on bad, New Zealand on air. Let's go balancing. Making Tracks is brought to you by the good buggers at Mondo Travel. Discover the world with the Mondo Travel bucket list. Dream it, live it, win it.